sun is out, the birds are chirping and singing. I've got a nice warm cup of coffee. It's a beautiful morning. I have been pretty busy lately, and so busy that I haven't been reading. I think I picked up this book maybe 2 times in the past week and a half. I think I've read 1 chapter, and that chapter was 4 pages long. I just haven't had the desire to open the book up and read words. And I'm okay with that. I'm not feeling this overwhelming guilt. I don't have this guilt complex where each day that goes by that I'm not reading, it's like, oh my gosh, it's a wasted day. I feel horrible. I'm letting people down. I'm letting myself down as a reader. Am I a booktuber, And it's not because I dislike the book and because the book is boring. No. I am genuinely in love with this book. I've just been pretty busy. We all live different lives. We all have different responsibilities and chores and tasks, and we have different careers. And that may get in the way of reading time. And that is just a reality that we need to be okay with. And I'm okay with it. Sure, would I have liked to have been further in and closer to a book review? Yeah. But I never want to rush through a book for the sake of getting a review out to you. I still stand by the principles that I preach on this channel. And I want to read at my own pace. And I want to read in my own time. Because I think that is when reading is most rewarding and enjoyable, in my opinion. In the past, I've had a few of you ask, how do you manage your hobbies? How do you make time for this and make time for that and whatnot? And I've said that it just takes sacrifice. Sometimes you're going to have to put to rest some of your hobbies. And right now, the hobby of reading has not been at the top. It's just been pushed to the side. And that's because I have made room for video games. I've recently started Persona 5. And my gosh, that has taken up a lot of my time. After work and chores and all that stuff, when I'm free, I just want to play this game. And I'm about 30 hours in, and holy cow, it's amazing. It just feels like a slice of life visual novel RPG. And it is my first JRPG, a Japanese RPG role-playing game. My wife has thoroughly enjoyed it. She's been asking me, hey, can I watch you play? Hey, stop doing the dishes. Come here and play Persona 5. I want to see what happens. So that's what we've been doing. I think as readers, we shouldn't feel bad about being in a reading slump or when reading is not as consistent. And it's okay that life gets in the way and responsibilities, and it's okay that, another hobby takes the priority. We can't expect to juggle 15 different hobbies all at once, all the time. It's okay to just push a few of those to the side and entertain some of the others that aren't given attention. And not a day goes by where I am not thinking about this book and wanting to dive further in. I have really appreciated the pacing of Empire of Silence and how it just kind of gradually builds, and you're just naturally following Hadrian's story. It's a lot more intimate than Wheel of Time, because Wheel of Time, sure, you followed Rand at the beginning, but you're following multiple perspectives and multiple motivations and various conflicts and cultures. At first, I thought this was going to be a lot because it's sci-fi and it's galaxies and planets rather than just one nation. You're still just following one perspective, one story, one set of views and beliefs from one soul, Hadrian. Even though I haven't been reading as much lately, I absolutely plan on reading a little more consistently. I think my wife and I are going to have another coffee date tomorrow, and she's reading book 3 of Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I'll continue reading this, so it'll be a great time to get away from work and get lost in a story. I wanted to give a little channel update and a little life update. For those of you who do not know, I am a wedding filmmaker, and I've been filming weddings since 2011. Recently, I have been studying a little more marketing and strategy on that end. So Instagram, website, and yesterday I had a call with a friend of mine. He is a fellow wedding filmmaker and an associate and kind of a mentor of mine, but we bounce ideas off each other a lot, and we kind of critique films and talk about films and strategy and all that. Oh, and he also filmed our wedding, and he gave me the idea to post my work on YouTube, because YouTube is a very large search engine. So I am going to create a second channel, because I don't want to throw my wedding work on my booktube channel. That doesn't make any sense. So if you see that second channel and you see Roman Howell, you see my last name, you see my face, don't get confused. It's me. It's just a platform for me to share my wedding work and maybe talk about the filmmaking aspect of my life rather than the books, which I talk about here. Oh, this Friday, I will be posting a video about my favorite video game of all time. I'm really excited about this. I know it's not a video about books or book related, but it's something I have been thinking about, and I've just been wanting to share that with you. So if you read books and you also like video games, stay tuned for that, because that's going to be a good one. How do you handle reading slumps? Do you find yourself falling into them easily? Do you feel guilty? Do you accept them? And how do you get out of them? I'm curious. Let's talk about it.